Hello, and welcome to Thoughts of a Trillionaire. Here's another episode. I missed yesterday's. Apologies. Kind of a scary thing happened. So, my girlfriend was walking walking in the morning, get cardio in and everything like that, when she was followed by a man in a green truck. A green pickup truck around a middle school or high school area with a lot of elementary or schools. So she was walking, noticed that the truck was following her, and then I suppose the person in the truck saw her look back at him, so he started honking at her, kept following her in the truck, and tried to basically ask about her. Hey, what's your name and all that stuff. So then he cut her off. Now she was trying to go across the parking lot, stay away from the road. And he pulled in and cut her off and tried to ask her to get in a car with him. She had called her parents by then. They were right up the street. By the time she ran off to the nearest gas station, which is a couple of yards up. By the time she got there, and the parents got there, the dude was gone. It's a scary thing, because in my area of town, kidnappings is a pretty big thing. Happens a lot. Apparently, Atlanta is one of the biggest places for kidnapping and sex trafficking at this time. And what I find terrible is that despite all the technology we have today and all the attempts we're making at actually solving problems and making the world a better place, there are still thousands, if not millions, of women, children, and maybe even men being kidnapped and used and abused for sex trafficking or other stuff. In Georgia, state of Georgia, there's reported to be about 60,000 black women that they cannot find. No confirmed deaths or anything. It's just disappeared, cannot find, kidnapped. Why do we live in an age where we have GPS technology, we have drones, we have cell phones, we have all this stuff that can track down just about anything? And yet we still have this incredibly huge problem of kidnappings, sex trafficking, and other bullcrap like that. That makes no sense. Why do we still have to fear for our family? For our wives or children or girlfriends or whatever, to be able to walk alone in the world? Why do we live in a world where they have to fear for their livelihood just walking around, just walking in the neighborhood? That should not be. And we have the technology to solve this problem. We can equip drones with self-protective tools. You can keep it non-lethal. And so women and children, wherever is walking outside, where they might be in a sketchy part of town or otherwise be a target they can wear this drone on their hip or on their back or whatever, like have a tether leading up to the drone, because apparently it's still illegal to fly drones in the U.S. But yes, you can tether it up to you, and so the drone could keep a lookout anytime if it sees something happening where a perpetrator is trying to come and assault you. The drone will be able to shoot the person. Again, with non-lethal stuff. Or you can have a button on your cell phone, or just an actual button where you click it and it'll be able to shoot for you. But either way, the drone will actually be able to pinpoint where you are and contact 911. Because she didn't actually contact 911 until like an hour after the fact, to her parents, or my parents told her to. But that's, a lot of people, react like that. They don't think to call 911 or other people like that. A lot of people panic in situations. We all panic. I was panicking. I couldn't get into contact with her. I was trying to call her, but her phone wouldn't pick up. I was about an hour away, so I couldn't even do anything. Didn't know exactly where she was. Likely only a few minutes of time between when her parents picked up and was able to pick her up, was able to find her, versus if she would have been taken. Only a few minutes. So why don't we have these solutions for these problems? Again, we can do it. We can use drones. We can use cell phones. We can even use ID chips that can be turned on and off, you don't have any unnecessary tracking or whatever. But what's sad is that we don't have a responsibility in our technology, don't have a responsibility in our current ethics of business to actually make the world a better place. How many people over there in Silicon Valley or anywhere around the world trying to build the next big thing, talking about we want to change the world and we want to solve problems and stuff like that, but don't actually do it? How many of us puts it in our code of ethics, in our way of doing business, to actually help the world and solve real problems? Some people might say it's not a profitable thing to do. It's not feasible or whatever. If you don't think safety is feasible, that living in a better world where people don't have to fear going outside is feasible, then you need to think twice about what you're really doing and what you're living on this earth for. The type of person you want to be, and the type of world you want to live in. We all must take a responsibility for ourselves and those close to us, or even those that we don't know, to do our best to actually make change. And this is something that can be done, again, like I said. But yeah. This is where I'm at right now. Just ready to do something, Ready to encourage others to do something. A lot of times we might pray it away, might go into prayer or think about this or think about that, or worry, tell our friends and loved ones, so don't go outside alone, don't do this, don't do that. But we're not actually solving the problem if we do that. We're just causing more worry, more anxiety, more fear. That doesn't solve the problem. That just makes us content to live in this world where things like that even happen. We cannot be content with living in this world. We cannot just stop at praying. We can't stop at telling people what to do and what not to do. We can't stop at trying to do reactive safety precautions or trying to have support groups. That's all good. But we also have to take the next step, take the responsibility, take the initiation to solve these problems, to make sure it actually doesn't happen again in the first place. And so I'm going to just stop there. Next episode, I go more into other stuff, but this one, I'm going to stop there. Just think about that. What we can do and what we should do. We can always do more. We need to do more. And I'm really, really mad at myself that took something like this, something this close, something like this, for me to get to the point where I feel like I really, really have to do something. I've always felt like, I had these ideas and goals and big ideas and stuff like that. But there's still a point where you have to do something now. And I'm really mad at myself that took this long, that took something like this for me to get there, but we need to do something. Thoughts of a trillionaire.